Hey you all, I hope you all are doing great and welcome back to my channel. And today we are doing our monthly media roundups. I'm gonna share media I consume in November and hoodie season is here, so that's why I'm in my hoodie and I have just applied this nail paint and I have already ruined this because of my mic. So yeah, let's start our video. I have today lukewarm water because I was planning to make lemongrass and ginger tea. But actually, the tea is very hard. I cannot talk while sipping that, so that's why I prefer lukewarm water more. I have few books and one copy where everything is written, all the media. So let's start media I consume in November. Let's firstly talk about physical media, and that is books. And let me tell you something before. Same as the last month, I am still in the reading slump. I'm not able to read anything and I'm not able to complete the books I have already picked up. I'm not able to pick up a new book. So it's been going very bad with books, but I was reading few and I have few thoughts to share even though I haven't completed them, but I really want to talk about them. So let's go. These are the two books that I want to talk about: 40 Rules of Love and The Psychology of Money. Let's first talk about The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. I picked up this book thinking about it's going to be some tips and tricks on how you can earn money or how you can save money and something like this. And it's still talking about investment, finances, and savings and everything, but it's not tips and tricks. It's actually psychological behavior and lessons we have regarding money, and we usually have when we take decision uh, regarding finances, spendings, money, savings and all. And there are few chapters I really like. Still I'm in the middle of this book. Like, I am just 117 pages in. I still have the half of the book to read, but I am really loving this book. Let me share you, because I have few of the favorite chapter, like from chapter 7. Every chapter is my favorite because in starting it was talking about finances, investment and something in like mathematical terms, but after the chapter 7 it's getting more into the behavioral course. So I'm really liking this. I have one quote that I really love from this book and I do want to quote that here. So here's one quote. I have also shared this in my last video I have made in November. Yeah. So this one is: I have been banging away at this thing for 30 years. I think the simple math is some projects work and some don't. There is no reason to belabor either one. Just get on to the next. Brad Pitt accepting a Screen Actors Guild Award. This one quote is by Brad Pitt, and I really love this one. So I'm in love with this book. Even I haven't completed this one till now. And I will really recommend you, if you are also someone who wants to understand psychology behind money, savings, and you really want to know few of the great billionaires story, like you will know about, sorry, I actually forget that name. Who is that Microsoft um what's that name? Bill Gates. If you want to know Bill Gates story, and there are like so many people's story and the lessons derived from them, they're talking about that. I really love this book and I would really recommend you The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And yeah, so this is all about this book. I think I'll love to talk more in depth once I'll complete this. Another one, The 40 Rules of Love. I was planning to complete this book in November, but I didn't. Spoiler alert. And I'm just like 56 pages in this book. So even though this book is my favorite of till now, but I am not able to even read this one. Sometimes I picked it up, sometimes I don't even pick any book. And I don't think so I have to tell you any story or anything or any thing about this book because I talked about this book a lot. But I really recommend you. It's a great book about life and love. You will love this. But I'm just in like 56 pages in, and it's all because of my reading slump. Oh, I'm hating my own reading slump, but this is what the reading looks like for November. I know, very bad physical media, but I'm really sorry for that. It's just happening. I'm not able to read anything, and it's even with Substack essays. I have read like just 5 essays in a month, so you can say it's going bad, really bad. Now let's talk about Substack essays. First one is You Can Do Anything, You're Bound by Nothing, Postcards by Hasif. This essay is there to just tell you that the only limitation you have is you or created by you. You are the one who can limit yourself. This one is there that you can do anything whatever you want to do. You are bound by nothing. It's just your own will you have to do it. I really, really, really like this essay because November was not so good in terms of anything, I would say. But these few essays, they really helped me to being on the path to take some rest and all. So yeah. So this one is there to just tell you to leave your limitations behind and just do whatever you want to do. Make art, create whatever you want to create, waste your time whatever you want to do, because you can do anything. You are the one who will put limitations on you. Next one is My Friends by Fedrick Backman, written by Kriti's Grocery List. This one is actually a book review of Frederick Backman's book, My Friends, and I really love how this girl has written this review. I really love. It didn't even feeling like a review where she's trying to rate a book or where she's trying to tell people whether you should read it or whether you should not read it. She's just feeling everything she has felt during and after reading that book, and she's giving you that whole permit to just read whatever my thoughts are and then choose whether you want to read it, whether you don't want to read it. I am not here to give you any ratings or reviews. I really love this, and I really wanted to have some Frederick Backmans in my books, especially A Man Called Ove, Anxious People, and now I think My Friends are also one of them. Next one essay is You Never Really Know Anyone, Postscripts by Liv. We all have a inside world going around in us. Same for others. We say that we know each other, but we don't really know each other fully. We don't know what's going inside them. We don't know what their inner world looks like. We don't know their own thoughts and all. And I think it's also a beauty of life that in relationships you have lifetime to know each other. Every day you're like getting to know small bits about each other. I think that's I found it to be a beauty. And this also talks about that word sonder, and I really love that word because for me, maybe just for me, I think that word also adds a little amount of kindness into us because we don't really know what's going with that person. We can show some kindness towards them. Maybe it can be just with me, but if you also agree and you want to know more about Sonder, you should really read this one. Now, next one is How to Use Chatbots to Make You Smarter, Not Dumber by Psyche. Now, I don't exactly know the writer, author, or the person who have written this, but I got this essay from Psych Weekly newsletter. I have subscribed them, so they send me one newsletter every week in my mail. So I got this one from their newsletter. And if I got that name of person who have written this, I'll attach somewhere on the screen. But okay, but this one talks about how ChatGPT can make you more dumber even when you try to look smarter using that. Now, there are some studies they are talking about. Like there's a study that shows that students who use ChatGPT or chatbots to solve their maths problems, they cannot do even a simple question without chatbot. um, Persons who write essays or content with the help of chatbot, or they write it from chatbot, they don't even remember what they have written even after a few seconds. And this is only making you more dumber rather than smarter. And this also talks about how can you use chatbots to provoke you, to challenge you in terms, so that you can work on your skills. Like, rather than asking for a whole answer, a solved answer from chatbot, what you can do is whatever, like, there is a research mode, so whatever sources there's telling you, go on that source, read by yourself. You are getting sourced by chatbot. Now you just have to go on those links and just read by yourself. Another thing, like when you are doing maths, you can do something like, rather than asking chatbot to solve the whole question, you can ask them, if you can help me, like you can just tell me what math it is or what kind of formula I should use, and then solve it by yourself. In like, whether whenever you are writing essay or content, draft everything by you, then add it on chatbot, and then ask just where you think there is problem in this written piece, or where I can do more better. Don't give me answer, just give me the points where I can do more better, and you think that there are flaws, then it will just give you those points, and then work on that again. So it's there to help you, it's there to find your mistake, it's there to provoke you to work on your skill, rather than just providing you with an polished answer. I really like this one. So if you're also someone who is trying to understand this chatbot, this AI new wave, I think this one will really help you. Next one is Love Letters to the Girls Who Are Too Hard on Themselves by Leidi. If you are also a girl who is too hard on her, I will just say you go and read this one. I cannot say that every letter will connect with you, but there will be some point that will straightly connect with your heart. I can just say this about this one because there are like some letters that really connects with me, some part of a letter that really connects with me. Because I don't know about everyone, but I have a habit of being too hard on myself. Why I'm not doing that? Why I'm not doing that? And being, sorry for the notification, but I have a habit of being extremely hard on myself. And this one is just like a moment to just breathe. Yeah. Now let's talk about one media that I have consumed most in November. November was kind of a very dead month. I was like in my sabbatical and I hadn't did much work, anything. I was not even making YouTube videos because I was not doing great in November mentally also. So I took a very long break. I haven't even consumed anything much, not even books, not Substack essay, YouTubes or anything. But the one media I have consumed most in November is movies. I have just watched them. I have watched like 2 movies, 3 movies in a day, which is no a bad, which I know is really bad. You should have some time to digest whatever you have watched. But I was on my sabbatical and I was just enjoy my time, so I have watched a lot, and now I do want to talk about them. Let's start with the first movie I have watched this month, and that is Good Will Hunting. I came across this movie because of my Instagram reels few years ago, and I got the time and chance to watch this movie in November. Movie is basically about a guy who is actually an intelligent person, but he cannot afford to get admission somewhere. Then there's a professor who is helping him in his life, but he's a very arrogant, he's very he's like a person who don't want to come out of his shell. Whenever he thinks about someone, whenever he try to go out of his shell, he thinks about all the negative things can happen, and then he never go out of his shell. And there is Robin Williams, who is playing the role of therapist. He helps him in understanding his life purpose. He helps him in getting out of that hole. He helps in him with his negative thinking, with his past, with everything he has faced. And then I really love this movie, and I found it very knowledgeable. I found it very, like, it's there to teach you something, and I just cannot wait to watch it again. Now let's talk about the second movie I have watched, and that is Stand By Me. This movie is actually about friendship, about four friends, and about friendship that happens in early age when you are just 11 or 12 years old, when the connection is raw and real, friendships that matters for your whole life. Then the four boys who gets really excited to see a dead body which is like few miles away from their town, and they travel that whole distance alone to just see the dead body for the first time. And during that travel, the problems they go through, the time they spend together, the bond they share, it shows all that. Actually, this movie is a adaptation of a Stephen King's book, The Body, and I have seen so many people talking about Stephen King's books, and but I didn't really get the urge to read any Stephen King book. But I think now I have a reason to read one Stephen King book, and that is The Body, because I really love this movie. Not love, but I really like this movie. I really like the theme they were discussing, friendship. Now, the next movie I have watched, and the movie I really loved this month, is Frankenstein. And we all knows Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but I didn't have read that till now, and I was not even in the mood to read that. But when I got to know that Frankenstein is releasing on Netflix, I really wanted to watch that. And whatever I have watched, because I haven't read Mary Shelley's one, but whatever I have watched, this movie is basically about grief. This movie is basically about abandonment, the search of love, and when you try to go against the nature and the rules created by God. I really love the cinematography, the world the director has created, but I'm really also waiting now to read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein to know the real Frankenstein. But I really like the themes this movie was exploring. And let me take 1 minute for Jacob Elordi. What this guy has done, from that becoming that creature, from body language, becoming that not just in terms of body language, becoming that in terms of psychology, also adapting that creature and still aching, and it's good. So I really love Frankenstein. Was 5 out of 5 for me from whatever I have watched throughout the month. Next one is Vanilla Sky. Let me tell you, I started this movie hoping for it's going to be something about love and romance, but it turns out to be a thriller. This is the first Tom Cruise movie I have started and completed. This movie is actually about a guy who got some weird dreams, and the problem with him is he cannot differentiate between his dreams and his real life. Then he met a girl and he falls in love, they both together, and then throughout the movie, I was just confused what is happening. I was not able to differentiate when the dream is going on and when it's reality. But when the story goes toward the end, I got to know about lucid dreams, how he signed that thing with lucid dream, and whatever was happening was just dreams happening. And it's a good movie you can enjoy if you have scientific mind and you can solve that mystery what was going on. But for me, I'm not good with science and these dreamings and all. So for me, that movie was so confusing, So much confusing. So now the another movie is Last Call for Istanbul. I have watched a lot of Turkish series, but Turkish movie was the first chance for me. I was just trying to watch something new and I came across this movie. I just opened it, and let me tell you, it's nothing new. It's just about marriage and love, and about two-person who came together, and they are coming together by leaving their dreams behind, and then when they lived together they ended up separating from each other because of their dreams. I like the concept how they have gone through that, but it's a good movie if you just want to watch something for chill, for enjoyment. You can surely give this a chance. So another movie is Back to the Future. I have watched one Bollywood remake of this movie, but I didn't really know that that was a remake. I watched this movie, and this was also a not so need to use your mind movie. It's just a movie. There is a scientist who is trying to make a time machine, and then there is a boy who is helping him, and ended up that boy time that boy ended up time traveling to the past when his mother and father were in the teenage years, and then he have to make them fall in love, because if they didn't, then he will have no existence. And that's what he ended up doing in the past, and then trying to come back to the present. That's all what this movie is. And it's just a comedy movie. If you want to laugh, you will laugh watching it. And as I said, not the need of use your mind. Just watch it, enjoy it, and keep it at the side. That's kind of movie. Another one is K-pop Demon Hunters, my first Korean pop anime movie. My mother found it accidentally, and we ended up watching it, and it's good. I would not say to tell you the story, because it's basically going on between demons and hunters. Hunters are there to kill demons with the help of their songs. So it's just a anime children kind of movie. If you love anime, you will like it. You will love this because there are so many songs going on in this movie. So you will love that. I really like and I really enjoy watching this movie. I've watched this twice till now. One time because we have watched it for the first time, and then because of my sister. So yeah, it's a good one. The next one is Leave the World Behind. Again came across because of Instagram Reels. Then we found it accidentally on Netflix, and we ended up watching it. But let me take a moment. I didn't really understand what was happening in movie. All the problems that was coming, ship, the red papers from aeroplanes and all. But why that was happening? And in the ending, I am really disappointed by ending, because it's ended with watching Friends on TV, but what's the reason behind all those terrors and all, and why they were happening? Nothing explored in the movie, or maybe I didn't have given up so much focus on to know that. But I don't really love this movie. I will be very truthful. That's it for movies. Now, another, which is series and documentary. I have watched them also a lot. Let's first talk about a series that I'm not so proud of watching that, and I'm not so happy with watching that, and that is Squid Game. I watched the series because of my sister, because she has watched this with her colleagues, and then she forced us to watch this, and we ended up watching all the three seasons. Started this in October, ended this in November starting, and I will not lie, I don't really love the whole concept of the game, the whole blood thing going on, and that series made me get more scared of blood, because I am a person who gets scared just by seeing even a drop of blood. And I was like shivering sometime watching that series, because I cannot saw these kind of murders and like the kind of killing going on in that series. But the one point I really get it is about, maybe it is something that can happen, because now we are living in the world that only works for money. People are mad about money. So it's maybe also there to just teach you that let money at the place that deserves. It's your necessity. It helps you, but it's not the priority of life. What like this is the lesson I gained from watching this series. You can gain something else, and even you can be someone who really enjoyed this Squid Game series, but at few points, and it's really a series that will hook you, and you will ended up watching it all. But I will not lie, it's also a very horrific series for me to watch because there was so much blood, and just for money and just for this also. I really don't. I cannot put myself again to go through this series. Can you understand this? Like what I'm trying to say. Another one is 13 Reasons Why. I started this series in the starting of November, ended it in the ending of November, and I would not like to talk about this a lot, but this is a series, and the topics were that we all need to talk about, even in India also, and we all need to watch this, but with the guardian or with someone you are comfortable with. And I really like watching it. I have completed all the 4 seasons. It was becoming kind of relationship with the characters, because I was also, because when you watch a series for like this long time, you ended up thinking about them. And this is the first series I have taken up so slowly, because I didn't want to rush with this. I just want to enjoy this with the time. That's it's for 13 Reasons Why. I really enjoy that, but I would not like to talk about that much on YouTube. So that's just the reason is. But if you have watched 13 Reasons Why, you would know what I'm talking about. So yeah. Another one is what we all are like waiting for, Stranger Things season 5 volume 1. I have watched that in one day. It in India, it got on Netflix around 6:30 a.m. and by 6:30 p.m. I have watched all the 4 episodes. Yeah, pat on the back. And I really love what they have done. The turning point they have entered into the volume 1. I was not expecting that, especially for the Will. So yeah, it's good one. And now I am just waiting for volume second so that I can know what is going to happen next. And I think it's the hot topic for now. Everyone has just watched Stranger Things season 5 volume 1, and everyone is just talking about that. And I really love that movie. I don't have any theories to talk about, but another one are like few documentaries and episodes. First one is Dining with the Kapoors. It's actually a small documentary Kapoor family has done to celebrate Raj Kapoor's 100th birthday. They were talking about his stories, Raj Kapoor sir's house, their childhood with their father and with their grandfather, and all the stories they have while having lunch. So another one is Chef Table Legend. It's actually a chef's documentary. I have watched only one episode of Jamie Oliver, and it's good. It's actually about his life, what he has been through, how he got onto that kind of fame and on that level of his career. Then suddenly everything started shattering, and then he built that up again. So if you also someone who loves MasterChef, who loves watching food recipes, food channel, you will like these documentaries, which is Chef Table Legend. There were like 4 episodes. I have watched only first one, full Jamie Oliver, and second one is about a Spanish chef. His name was maybe Homie, something like sort of that. I haven't completed that, but Jamie Oliver was the one I really love. You can surely watch that. Another one documentary. This one is my highly recommended, and this is The Social Dilemma. There are people who has worked before in Google, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, Facebook. They are in human rights and everything, and they are coming together to teach you about social media, how they are kind of controlling your life because of their algorithm, how they are using your data, how they are earning money by just showing you some ads, how they are creating a AI replica for you. You will know more about what I'm talking is what I'm talking is you will get to know more about that once you watch this documentary. It's really good. Me, my mom, and my brother, we three of us have watched this documentary, and it really opens my mind. I didn't really know how algorithm works or how what they are using or what they're doing with our data, and it kind of just shows us all the answers. And it's just about social media. If you are also understanding the new wave that is coming, which is about social media, about its cons, about the bad world of this, because we have overly glamorized the good world of social media, and now it's time for the bad world also. We need to understand that part also. You will really love the social dilemma. I would really recommend every person to just go on Netflix and watch this documentary, The Social Dilemma. One media consumptions I have done is music. I listen this a lot. First one is a band Kavish. It's a Pakistani band. They create some of the great songs. I have been listening them for whole November. Another one I came across. Now I don't know what is song's name and what's the band name. It's actually Bahamas. All I have ever known by The Worst Taste. Their YouTube channel name is The Worst Taste, and then the title was Bahamas. All I ever known. I came across this song just by scrolling on YouTube for some good music, and it's really a great one. I love the tune that goes. Another one is Khab by Summer. If you have ever listened Kavish, you will love this song also. It has came very recently during the the end days of November, and it's really a good lofi relaxing winter kind of song you will love. Another one is Everybody Got to Learn Sometime by Beck. It's Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind song. Again came across just by scrolling on YouTube to just find some new music. And I love this one also. These are the just few songs I have listened on loop on my YouTube, or I have really enjoyed listening. These, I hope whatever I have shared, whatever I have watched, and whatever I have recommended, you will take some time to just watch or read any of them, and you will share your thoughts about these. If you have watched anything or read anything, share your thoughts about them. And if you have anything to just recommend to consume, any YouTube video, any Substack essay, or any book, or any music, or any movie you came across in November and you really like that, you can do that in comment section. I would love to check out. And I think that's all for today's video. I meet you in my next one, and I hope that you all will enjoy this. Bye bye.